In the book, The Hate You Give, or Thug, we are shown a lot of examples of racism and how badly it can affect people. In this video, I'll talk about my thoughts, feelings, likes, and dislikes of the story.
Star is the main character who's gone through a lot. She's seen two of her friends die in front of her. One of those friends was a man named Khalil Harris. He died in a really tragic way after a police officer pulled him and Star over and mistook a hairbrush for a gun, and then he shot him in the back numerous times.
I felt bad for Star here because not only did she just see her friend get murdered, she can't do anything because she still has a weapon pointed at her.
I felt chilled, and already I didn't like the police officer because he pulled them over for no good reason. The cop is already an unlikable character, and it's obvious to me that he sees himself higher than Khalil. Once Khalil was on the ground, he was still pointing his gun at him even after he realized there was no weapons on him at all. And once the ambulance arrived, a small crowd of people form. He's sitting on a curb being comforted by other officers. This comforting showed me that the cops really don't care about Khalil at all, really.
Later in the story, we're shown Haley, one of Star's friends, and she makes a racist joke directly to Star during a game of basketball. Haley always stood out to me as that weird friend who doesn't really stop himself or listen to anyone. You know, when they should really when you have to stop yourself, they just don't. You know, when you take something too far, you don't realize it and you just keep going. It's not good.
In the book, after Haley said the racist quote-unquote joke to Star paused and was processing what she just said, and I also did when I was reading it. I don't like Haley as a character, but I do like how Star deals with her when she no longer wishes to be friends with her. Star's other friend Maya is another character who was also given a racist remark by Haley when they were younger, which just tells me that Haley is a racist person without much personality, but still some in there. In the movie, and I know this is about the book, but I just wanted to talk about it a bit, she was very accurate to what I thought she would look and sound like too.
I don't really like her character, but at the same time it makes sense why she's in the story because it teaches us another lesson. Not all friends are actually real friends. Some friends are fake.
The Hate You Give is supposed to spread awareness about racism, and I think it does that really well. The book would every now and then feel a bit boring for me, but I still found it to be a pretty good read. This book didn't really affect me too much as a person, but I did learn a few things from it, and that's more than just racism bad. Don't get me wrong, it is, but what Thug taught me was everything that happened in this book can and is happening right now. Riots for killing innocent people, for example. If they don't listen to you, even though they killed an unarmed citizen, you might get mad and protest or riot.
Before I read the book, I knew riots happened, but riots can get bad really quick. Tear gas gets shot at you, people getting injured, places being robbed. Another lesson that I learned is that you really need to take responsibility for your actions. Well, I already knew about that, but this book taught me that you really need to know that. Officer 115 shot and killed Khalil, and nothing happened to him. No jail time at all, and because of that, people are rightfully outraged.
Take responsibility, learn from mistakes, and own up to them. If you don't, people around you may never respect you again. Those were my thoughts and opinions and what I've learned from The Hate You Give. I like the book, and I think the characters work very well together in the same story. Even if they hate each other, they all still have enough personality, so it does not get too boring. If there were to be another story like this, I would definitely read it.